Hey y'all, Sean Chartier with Custom Offsets, Custom Offsets TV. Another vehicle highlight for you. We've got a 2008 Chevy Silverado 1500 6-inch lift, some badass wheels. Let's go.
So big in the windows, black, got the light bulb lit up, double chromed out stacks. Yeah, we love to get them dirty, but still they so clean. Custom Offsets, Team Stance is the genie on top of it now. We ain't never gonna fade, so you better get ready, we're taking over the game.
Hey guys, like we said, today we got a 2008 Chevy Silverado 1500 4x4. This thing's going to be running some 20x9 Mayhem Assaults, and he's got a -12 offset. So something like that, you can see he's got about probably a 2.5, 3-inch lip on it. He's also running 2-inch spacers if you're wondering why he's out so far. So those 2-inch spacers are pushing out on the 9-inch wide wheels, -12. It basically comes out almost as far, probably about 3/4 of an inch shy of a 12-inch wide -44. So this is one where you're going to see he's way out there, but that's those 2-inch spacers all the way around causing that. Running the Federal Couragia 33 12.5. Again, we get lots of comments about how terrible these tires are. We're getting 40,000 miles out of them, rotate every 3,000 miles, and they've been a lot of fun. They throw some really big rocks. It's probably the only thing that is the downfall of them, but they also throw a bunch of mud if that's what you're into. So you can see those are the Mayhem wheels. If you come look up here, that's got a 6-inch lift, and you can see he's out there quite a ways. Now, typical of a rough country 6-inch lift, it pushes the front wheels out on this year make and model truck. So if you look down, you will notice that the back are tucked in a little bit. Something like this, what I have done in the past to try to compensate for that is maybe do a 1.75-inch spacer up front and a 2-inch in the rear, just to keep pushing that back out a little bit more than the front. The trouble if you go down to like a 1.5 up here is then you're going to have to trim the studs. You need to stay up to that 1.75-inch spacer in order to not get into having to trim the studs, because the studs will come right through the spacer if you go too narrow on that spacer. So you can see he's got the quad cube kit in the bumper, spider headlights again. He's got some glow going on behind the grill, 50-inch light bar, curved light bar, and he's running the new style OLB brackets that we designed right here at Custom Offsets. And you can see this is the real low profile, so it puts that light bar right next to it, and it's also got all the mounting holes and everything to go with a dual stack setup if you wanted to go that route. This one you can run a straight bar or a curved bar, same brackets, they work for all of them. You can see he did some custom hydro dipping. Other than that, he's got some window tint, some different decals, whatnot, toolbox. But all in all, just a real clean truck, a nice setup. This is one where he already had the 9-inch wheels and then really wanted the stance, so he went with the spacers. He's right now actually back here to look at some 12-inch wide -44s, and he might stay with the 33s or go up to a 35, which of course would require quite a bit of trimming. You can see even with his 9-inch wide -12s, because he's running the spacers, the 2-inch spacers, he did a full NorCal tuck on here. So he's got all the metal removed and pushed everything back. So if you look back at this angle and then use a couple sheet metal screws, pull everything back, you can see he's pulled way back, which is not typical of a Chevy, but that makes the room so that he can, you know, have full turn. And then a slight trim up here on the bumper, and then the inner liners to stay out of the wheel and tire. So pretty good looking truck, you know, not a whole ton of money to get into something like this. You know, it's a $20,000-$25,000 pickup truck with probably $5,000 to $7,000 total in improvements and upgrades. So great looking truck for not a ton of money, and still, you know, super badass and a lot of fun to drive. So we'll keep bringing them to you. Remember, subscribe to us, Custom Offsets TV on YouTube. And that's youtube.com and then /Custom Offsets. And we're going to bring them to you every single day and keep showing you what we're building down here. Thanks a lot, guys.